Alright guys, I want to share with you a killer Gshock Frogman sent in by my buddy Adam over at 1010 Tock. I'll put a link to his channel in the description, but this is the anniversary. So it's a 35th anniversary series of Gshock, but it's a 25th anniversary of the Frogman that was released in 1993. So Gshock started in 83, Frogman started in 93. This is the gwf-1035f-1, had a retail price of $750, module 3184. Let's get into it. So with a lot of frogs, that's a hefty price. I get it, $750. That's a lot of money. But if you go look, if you want to have some fun, go look on some resale sites and look to see what some older frogs, or maybe even some newer released frogs, especially if they were limited or special edition, they skyrocket in resale price. But let's just treat this like any other one. I didn't write down the measurements. I want to take them right here in front of you so you can kind of see how I take them for this guy and see the size. So you're looking at almost 50.5 millimeter from there to there. So it is a big watch. There's no doubt about it. So with Gshocks, I usually go to the outside of these screw holes here. 54.3 millimeter. Again, we're not going to hide the fact that this is a big watch. And 15.5, that's not even talking about the high points there. 15.5, if you count that, it's over 18. It's a big boy. But you have a bit of an offset. So if you're going to wear this on your left wrist, it's still going to be comfortable. Yes, it's going to have massive wrist presence and it's going to be a big watch, but it's super comfortable. Trust me. I have my own Frogman that I wear typically when I go out on the lake and stuff like that. I'll wear my Frogman. So you can see there, basically the same kind of watch. I mean, different colorway, obviously, different module, and more ability with the anniversary edition one. This one actually can do legit diving logs, which I'm not going to get into all the details of how it works. We're just broad stroking this watch here. The case also comes in a full big box, and then I took this box out. It's the 35th anniversary. This is the same box that you're going to see. It's written here, 35th anniversary. You can see there. Nothing on the other side. So nice box that it comes in. There was a few other 35th anniversary ones that also had the similar packaging. So let's take a look at the case back of this guy. You can see here my fingerprints. Diver's watch. You can see everywhere on this thing, you'll notice there's like little frogs. There's different variations of them, and they all mean different things. They're paying tribute to earlier Frogman watches, that is. So you can see module 3184. Basically, don't open this unless you're someone that works at the certified service center. And that's about it. It is a solar watch. You can see here all the information on the front. It has the full, auto light EL, has the multiband 6 and the solar, tons of stuff. There's actually, it's hard to point, but there's even a little frog in there in the center of that counter circle there. I mean, there's literally just frogs everywhere on there. There's 25 frogs total. So if I can find it, I'll put a link to Gshock High Fashion's video on this guy. He actually goes through and points them all out and counts them. But they're all visible. It's not like there's any hidden or anything like that. They're just basically all over the watch. So like any flat surface that they could put them, they did. They're on the clasp, on the side of it. They're on these buttons, all these rose gold buttons. They're up here on these pegs. It's literally everywhere. It's pretty wild. And there's actually when we do the illumination, there's a backlight of it too. So we can kind of scroll through some of the functions real quick and not like go into detail on them. I'm just going to scroll through them so you see what they look like on the screen. So there's your diving log data. There's your tide info. Your world time. You can set it up for different time zones. You have multiple alarms, you have your stopwatch, your countdown timer, and back to your regular day, date, and time. So I think, so this is labeled. Everything's kind of labeled. There's a big booklet that comes with it where you can look online on how to go through and set everything. Actually, I don't know if there was a booklet. I didn't see one. Maybe there is. I can't remember. Let's pop this guy in wrist so we can take a look at the monstrosity that it is. Well, there you can see on my 7 1/4 inch wrist, it has some serious wrist presence. It overhangs, you know, what is that, like 54 millimeter, but yet it's still comfortable. So no problems there at all. And I love this colorway, the dash of red, all the rose gold, and just the unique color on the dial itself. All right, so let's kill the lights and check that illumination and see if you guys can you can see the frog in there. It's a little hard to see on camera, but in person it's also kind of hard to see. But there's a red frog in there. But you know, so you have to decide if you want a Frogman, that if you want a special edition, which I highly recommend in any watch to have a limited or special edition. It's just more fun. I didn't do it personally when I bought my frog. I bought the cheapest one I could find. It has the same module, actually. It has all the same functions. It's the 3184 module. So it's just a different colorway, and that makes it a little more special for most of us collectors. For practicality, no, it doesn't make it any more special. So I personally went with this one because I didn't like the metal keeper. I know that's something you could change out. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. But it was a heck of a lot cheaper too, because these ones, you know, at $750, you're still, even on the used market, you're going to pay close to that, and in many cases, it might even be more. Like they're seriously going up in price. So, big thanks to Adam for sending this over for us to check it out. I appreciate it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have never got my hands on one because I wasn't going to buy one. I already have like my cheapy one, and even those are going up in price. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next vid.